Okay guys, so here's why I am not going to be using the tubeless system anymore. I really like the tubeless system a lot because of the fact that you can vary your tire pressures a lot and really get low tire pressures all the way down to zero. But the tubeless system for me has a lot of downsides that I'm sick of dealing with. The main thing is the fact that there still is a tube inside the tubeless system here. So every single time that I am changing a tire on the tubeless system, I always end up messing up the tube in some form, and I'm really just sick of messing with that, and I'm sick of having that problem every single time. I'm just not good at putting tubes on without popping the tube. I'm really bad at that because I just start kind of freaking out and trying to get the tire on there, and in the process I end up popping the tube, and I have the same problem with this. Regular tubes are only $10, this thing's $100. So if you pop this, you're really screwed out of $100. I know that it's me, and I know that I need to be more careful when I'm changing out stuff, but there's a lot of other little things about the tubeless system that I am not crazy about. The fact that every time before you go on a ride, you're supposed to check the air pressure in it to make sure that it's 100 PSI. It's just a little thing that is always just a little bit annoying. Every single time I'm going to go on a ride, I got to make sure that it's working, make sure that's perfect. The fact that you have to mess with not only the tube that holds the tubeless system on, make sure that's got enough pressure, then you also have to mess with the pressure that is in the regular actual tire itself. It's just a little bit too much, you know, things to mess with. Ever since I got the mousse in my front tire, I just love the way that the mousse, I don't ever have to touch it, ever have to mess with it. It's exactly what I need it to be all the time. You know, I just load the bike up and don't have to think about messing with some little stupid thing, or make sure I have, you know, an air pump with me, make sure my air pump is working correctly. It's just a bunch of little stuff that's getting on my nerves. I didn't notice that this was happening until yesterday, but apparently if you have real low tire pressures, the tubeless system gets a little worn out inside. And inside my tire here, I have a bunch of, like, I don't know if I can get a little bit of it. I have a bunch of little pieces from the actual, I think it's from the tubeless system itself, but it might be rubbing off the inside of the tire. It's just, I'm just sick of it, honestly. It's just at the point where it's the same amount of money as a mousse is, and the mousse you don't have to mess with. I think I'm just going to move on to using all mousses and trying to figure out a way so that I can get the mousse to a perfect spot where I get good grip and it's not too hard. Like my front mousse right now is a little bit too hard for me. But yeah, so I like the tubeless a lot for a lot of the things that it can do for you. Just gotten to a point where I'm tired of messing with all the little stupid stuff that has to do with it.